All right, I'm on hole number 15 of the Riverside tournament. I'm in the opening round of the rookie division. Let's go to hole number 15. What is hole number 15? Hole number 15 is Sunshine Glades. Hole number 9. All right, and I actually think, like, okay, here's the deal. This is a piss or get off the pot hole. So the landing area out here, let's draw a line right here. There's the rough. Here's some rough. Here's fairway. So if you're coming in on this angle, you're out in this area. You've opened up this, and with maybe even if you're out towards this side, you could put a little bit of side spin on, but you can leave yourself 2-3 rings of separation from the rough area right here, out in the clear, with a sniper, great ball guide, and you can walk yourself to the cup. If you're out in this middle area, you're going to be coming out in the rough, where you're coming at the rough, and like here's the bend, and here's the rough area, and you're coming out like this. So anything to the right, you're in the fairway. Anything to the left, you're in the deeper cut of the rough, and you won't bounce out. And I don't like these types of rough bumps. I'm trying to get like out into here. But in order to get out there, I think you need one of two things. You either need overpower, or you need a bigger ball and some overpower. And I really don't want to take any overpower on the shot when I can come out here and just shoot a sniper shot that gives me a nice, perfectly clear path to it. Now, I think if you were in pro or expert, especially when you start to get up to expert and you've got a big wind, getting out into here or getting up in this area so that you can take that rough bump is the way to go. Because if you can do the rough bump, you can eliminate any secondary wind effect, and you've got a much better shot of sinking it. So in expert, I mean, it's kind of like worth trying to get out there as far as you can. Even though you're farther back, in expert, they'd have a little bit of an advantage, because even though they're from the second tee, the wind's higher and they have a better opportunity to get up here. This is a hole we really need to be practicing on to do a max overpower hook shot, because if you bring out a ball like you're here, we need to be bringing out a ball trying to get into this area so that we can do a hook shot that brings us up. And I think you could actually, I know you can get in a long iron range there, but I think you can actually, if you get way up to the front of that, you could get into short iron range. And then you have a serious look at Albie. But it's like, how much risk do I want to take on this with a 3-power ball? With a 3-power ball, I can get, I think with a 4 or 5-power ball, you could get your second bounce, you get your first bounce here, and you may be able to get your second bounce in front of this. Then you've got this entire freaking fairway, and you've got tons of room. But I don't think we can do that with a 3-power ball. So I'm just going to take the shot and just lay it up over there, because I really don't want to, I want to give myself the same shot at Albie on this hole. And I really think that you still have, it's not that like, well, you brought out a sniper and you got a bad shot. And this is definitely a better hole for a kingmaker. The Titans are cheaper. I think overall I'm going to get more distance out there. It's a question of between the extra mile and the big topper, but the big topper here, I'm definitely going to get more distance with my extra mile. I'm going to bring a sniper. That's all I need. And I'm actually not trying to get it out there. I've been actually over hitting it. I don't need to get out there as far as I've been hitting. I think you can get out there as low as like 375, 370, and you're actually you're at like maybe mid max club, depending on what level you got. Matt with the big 9. See what my opponent can get done. Let's check my opponent out. 5,435 games. Got a win. What tournament was that? Platinum Resorts. That was a long time ago. I remember that tournament. Opponent disconnecting. This is my first disconnect event of the day. Now you would think though, this right here is, now they're cutting themselves down in time and have to hurry the rest of their shot and have to do a quick wind adjustment and do a bunch of stuff because they spent the first 2/3 of their time trying to figure out what ball and club. When you come to these holes, it's important to have notes because you can't make it from there. Hey dude, you came to the hole unprepared. Right? You come to a hole like this is like playing poker or pool. You come to a hole like this, you bring your money. And we don't need to, right? 3-1. It's about a ring and a half. I'm not going to put the forward distance on there because I don't need to. I'm not trying to get it out there that far. Hitting it perfect. Let's see when it pans around. 378, and I think that they actually, it almost looks like they took some bushes out. Or I was laying up even farther back in the past. I should have a pretty decent shot from here. I have nothing written down on my notes for the second shot. Nothing. I have no idea. It looks like it's uphill, I can tell you that. Okay, where am I at in my club? There's max. I'm right at minimum club, so it's 1.3 per ring. It's a little shy. .1, 1.3, there's 3.6. Leaves me 5. I'm going to do about 3.5 rings. And hit the red line. And I hit it great to the right because I was running out of time. Fired it off, but that's the deal, is that spot right there, it's you have 3 rings of separation. I didn't use hardly any side spin, if any at all. You can put yourself 5 rings off of that rough area out there and side spin it back to the left, and you literally can get up there and put yourself in a spot to get your eagle, like no fuss, no muss. And the whole idea of bringing out a sniper is a sniper's got better ball guide, so the more backspin you use, the less the ball guide's going to help you. Like right there, like only putting on just a little bit of topspin so that you can see your tail. Use your club. Close. And I really believe that all of my opponents' woes started because they came to this hole and they didn't have a game plan when they first walked onto the cup. They didn't have their ball, they didn't have their club. They should have, the first thing they should have been doing was doing wind or starting to make their adjustment on like where they wanted to set up and know which way they're going to go. That's why it's so important to have notes when you're playing these holes. Especially with as many games as they had, because we've all played these holes enough times. You get in a hole and you're like, okay, this is a way I can go at it. This is what I can do. Or like look at the wind and go, well, hey, that shot's not going to work. All right, that was hole number 15 of the 2020 Riverside tournament. Thanks for watching.